At the height of his power, Pablo Escobar was a man drowning in money. He was the seventh richest man alive. His wealth was estimated to be around $30 billion. Legend has it that Escobar was spending over $2,500 a month. Why? He had a very unique problem. He had to store his mountains of cash somewhere. Rats were his biggest enemy, gnawing away at his fortune. This single fact illustrates the outrageous opulence and brutal reality of Pablo Escobar's life. He was the leader of the infamous Medellín Cartel. Escobar was a man who climbed from poverty to become one of the most powerful criminals in history. Born in rural Colombia, Pablo Escobar rose to become a name synonymous with cocaine, violence, and corruption. He was a complex figure. Escobar was both revered and reviled. He was a ruthless criminal. He was also a folk hero to some. He used his vast wealth to build schools and hospitals. Escobar provided housing for the poor in his hometown of Medela. His story is a cautionary tale. It highlights the devastating effects of the drug trade. His empire stretched far beyond the borders of Colombia. It reached deep into the United States. Escobar's cartel fueled the crack cocaine epidemic that ravaged American cities in the 1980s. Escobar's rise began in the city of Medela. He started small. Escobar was a petty thief turned car smuggler. He saw an opportunity in the burgeoning cocaine trade. Escobar seized it ruthlessly. He founded the Medellín Cartel. The cartel quickly became the dominant force in the global cocaine market. They controlled the supply chain from production to distribution. The cartel's influence seeped into every level of Colombian society. They bribed politicians, judges, and police officers. Those who couldn't be bought were eliminated. Escobar's reign of terror had begun. Thousands of people, from law enforcement officers to journalists, became victims of his violence. Despite the bloodshed, Escobar cultivated a Robin Hood image. He was known as El Patron. He was a benefactor to the poor. Escobar built schools and hospitals. He funded community projects. This further complicated his legacy. Was he a heartless criminal, or was he a champion of the people? His charisma and generosity earned him loyalty. This made him even more dangerous. The Colombian government struggled to combat his influence. The United States, battling its own drug war, joined the fight. Escobar's reign of terror couldn't last forever. He surrendered to Colombian authorities in 1991. He negotiated a deal. Escobar would be imprisoned in a luxurious prison he built himself. He continued to run his empire from behind bars. However, his control was slipping. He escaped from La Cathedral in 1992. This sparked a massive manhunt. Colombian authorities, aided by the United States, were determined to bring him down. On December 2nd, 1993, Pablo Escobar was killed in a shootout with Colombian National Police. His death marked the end of an era. The Medellín Cartel crumbled. However, the legacy of Escobar's violence and the drug trade he helped build continues to haunt Colombia. Escobar's story is a complex tapestry woven with threads of ambition, violence, and tragedy. He was a ruthless criminal. He was also a product of his environment. Escobar was a man who rose from poverty to become a king. He ruled his empire with an iron fist. In the end, he was brought down by the very